What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Yo, and finally welcome back to another Transfer Targets video. Hopefully in these next few days we'll be getting 4 videos out, one for Real Madrid, one for Juventus, one for PSG, one for Bayern Munich, the 4 big teams from the 4 big leagues. The reason I'm not including Barcelona, just to quickly put it in now, is because I've got a transfer ban, so it's not really going to affect the squad for this coming season, or at least for half this coming season, but I won't dilly-dally as I've got a lot to get through in this episode. So first of all, again, the same format in Football Manager, just to make things easier so I can look at all the squad, search players up and all that goodness, and then get you a team together at the end. First of all, we're going to go through the outgoings. Denis Cheryshev is currently out on loan. I think he is definitely good enough to be a bench player, because you look, they've got Ronaldo, they've got Bale, they haven't really got any other wingers. I mean, Isco can play out there, Jesse Rodriguez can play out there, James Rodriguez can play out there, but you know, out and out winger, you got Cheryshev, and he can come in handy as a little bit of a, you know, player, if you know, get experience off Ronaldo and Bale. There's no better people in the world to, you know, have a like in the same club. But we're going to start from the back, and we're going to start with the goalkeeper position, Iker Casillas. Now he's leaving. It's pretty much been confirmed, or if not, then it has been confirmed. So he is gone, so we can get rid of him. I'm not sure. Terminate contract, there we go. And he is gone. And to bring in a keeper, we'll do that right at the end, but I'm sure you all know who I'm going to say for that. On to the defence. One thing I should say quickly is get this guy. Oh, what one is it? Nope. One of these Danilos. This one. He is coming straight into the squad. A deal has been confirmed, so that's not really any news, and that helps when I say that, you know, I want to get rid of one of the players, and I think unfortunately Alvaro Arbeloa will go. Not sure of a bit of transfer on a free, but I feel like he'll be the one to go. Also, Carvajal maybe could be loaned down, maybe could be sold. I think he could do a decent job at a place like Arsenal, for example, a place like Liverpool. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I think Arbeloa's time at the club is up, so he will leave. I should really move them into my under-19s like I did before, so I can see who I have at the end. Let's just find Iker Casillas quickly and then send him to our squad and put him in our under-19s. Right, so we've got the defence pretty much under wraps. One thing I will say is I have a feeling it's going to happen, but Sergio Ramos, I believe, will also be leaving. It's part of a deal to bring in a certain player, which again I can't say at the moment, but he will be leaving. I feel like he'll come as part of a deal with that player. If he doesn't leave, then you know, I don't think that player will come in. Another player will come in, but it's sounding really confusing, so I'll get into that soon. As far as other players concerned, one of them is Illarramendi. I'm not sure how you say that, but Illarramendi, he is leaving, reported target at Liverpool, so he will be leaving into our under-19 squad. Sami Khedira can also go. He's also always completely left. Javier Hernandez, I don't think he's going to be rejoining the club. He spoke about how frustrating it was there, so he's going to be leaving. And to end it off, the 6th player I believe is going to leave from the squad is Karim Benzema. He's been reported a target of many clubs. I feel like this window could be the one for him to leave, and if Arsenal do sign him, like they're going for, then they could have a squad to contend with. And I called out in my Q&A a few days ago, if Arsenal sign the right players, I'm strongly believing they can win the Premier League, and I won't turn back on that comment. I genuinely mean it. But he's going to go, and we'll start with the signing of the players. So first of all, we have, you know, that player himself, David De Gea. There we go. Sorry, I just had to spell it out in my head. But David De Gea, it looks as if he's going to be joining the club. It's on, it's off. It seems as if he's in talks, and if United were to let him go on a deal for the fee would be agreed, I feel like he would definitely be going. If not, then I believe that they are also looking at I can't find him anywhere here, but Bernard Leno. Oh, there he is, Bernard Leno. He's looks as if he could be the replacement for De Gea if he does not join. That is, though, if he doesn't join. So we are a centre-back down. That leaves us with 2 centre-backs. You might think, strengthen with 2 centre-backs. I know that Samuel Umtiti of Lyon would be quite a good signing. But I believe they've already outlined a potential replacement already. If I look, well, we're looking at things, looking at sources, most places are saying the same thing. But Nicolas Otamendi is going to, if the deal for De Gea does happen and Sergio Ramos leaves, then I believe that Nicolas Otamendi will come into the club. And also, we've got Danilo coming in at right back as well to replace Alvaro Beloa, who I'm suggesting will be leaving. So this is the part where it gets a bit difficult, because currently we only have really, well, we've got 3 central midfielders with Kroos, Modric and Isco, with Rodriguez probably like further up on a winger. Same with Jesse Rodriguez, though James Rodriguez can slot back. But I've got I've got my notes in front of me. I've got 3 players that I believe could do a job for Real Madrid. I'm going to go for the one that I believe is most likely to happen now. I did get this recorded about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, but I didn't really like it. And at that time, this has changed from then, and this player wasn't even in there. So I believe I'm spelling it right. There we go, Marco Verratti. I don't know, I didn't just look at my page on my phone. But Marco Verratti, I believe he could be joining. A fee around £30 million for him, and he'll do a job in there. You know, he brings you another aspect of the midfield, because you've got Kroos, who's, you know, the D-line, the sort of like solid sort of playmaker, who's going to have to be moulded into. Then you've got Modric, who can get about the pitch, Verratti, who's very good at passing, sort of a bit like a mini Modric, but adds a bit more pace and also a bit more youth to the team. Of course, you've got Isco, of course, the advanced playmaker, who is, you know, in talks about maybe leaving. I think it'd be silly if Real Madrid let him go, so I'm not putting him on the to-go list. So next up, I've got 2 more players. I'll speak to you about them first before I add any of them in. One of them is Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba has been linked with every single club. You know, oh, you've got money? Are you doing well in your league? Yeah, Paul Pogba's linked with you too. It's the same as if any managerial position goes up and Alan Kirbishley's linked immediately. Odds-on favourite, never gets the job. Don't know why. But anyway, Paul Pogba is one. The other one I've got, which I don't think a lot of clubs looked over him, is Jordi Classy. He's the. I'll look at Classy first. I believe most of you know about Pogba, but Jordi Classy is a player that I like watching. I think he's a quality player. Currently contracted at Feyenoord, as you can see on the screen. He is Dutch, you know, and he's got potential to be a good player. I believe he's linked in a few places in Germany, maybe a few. I think a few places, maybe Monaco or PSG. I'm not sure. I remember seeing it somewhere in France too, I believe. But he could be coming in. So could Pogba. For the moment, I'm going to say, you know, no one's going to come in. I'll go back to them in a sec. And you may notice I've also got rid of every striker, and how the youth teams are pretty much dead when it comes to players. I mean, of course, we've got all these players in there, but you got other players that, you know, not really that good. Also, just to say, I think Martin Odegaard, good player. I believe he could do with a season out on loan, maybe a club in the La Liga, maybe abroad, just to get, you know, his head into the first team sort of game. And there's no one in Castilla either, just to put that out there. But we're sort of sold short on the striker department. Now I've outlined 2. Now if Benzema goes, then I believe they'll go full speed ahead to try and sign Sergio Aguero. I keep on thinking I can't just sign one. The thing is more like just one Aguero and everything. But Sergio Aguero could be coming in, and I believe if they do start to bring Aguero in, my oh my, will they have an attack force? The derbies, you know, you wouldn't be able, if it was like 5-all in Bayern Munich between Barcelona and Real Madrid, you couldn't fault either of the defences. Because feel like if you've got, you know, Pepe and Varane, or Pepe and Otamendi, or Otamendi and Varane, they're 2 quality centre-backs. Same with Mascherano and Piqué. But Mascherano and Piqué, they've got Bale, Ronaldo and Aguero with midfield, you know, maybe of Pogba, Verratti, James Rodriguez, Isco, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos. There's so much skill in there, and you've got Danilo, Carvajal, Marcelo charging up the wings. You look at Barcelona as well, they've got Messi, Neymar and Suarez, arguably at the moment the most demoralising front 3 for a defender to look at. You've got Rakitic behind him, you've got Alba and Dani Alves to attack down the wings. You know, Iniesta in the midfield as well. You've got loads of options, but he's one that coming in. I think if Benzema goes, he will come in, and unfortunately that means City will be without a striker. What they do, whether they actually sign Benzema, we don't know. The other one I've seen linked with him, linked with Real Madrid quite a few times this season, is Mauro Icardi. I can't spell it. Have I spelled it right? I've written it down on here as I put Marco Icardi, that's right. But Mauro Icardi. Or Icardi, yeah. Currently Inter, pretty poor average season I'd say, for Inter's standards. But I believe he could be joining. They have only got one striker at the club with Sergio Aguero if everything goes to plan. You know, of course Ronaldo can play there, Bale can play there if need be, Jesse Rodriguez, you know, the usual. But genuinely, I feel like Icardi could do a job, and although he's not very good on this game, and where he's been put, I believe he still would be a very good player to sign. Now back on the midfielders, as you see before, you had quite a few midfielders out. Now we've got 4 midfielders. There's no real powerhouse that can go forward there. I believe Classy does the same sort of thing as maybe Isco, Verratti and Modric. So I think if you're looking at it logistically, if logistically is the right word there, Pogba is definitely the right player to bring in for Real Madrid. And that wraps up every single transfer I've got. David De Gea coming in on a transfer, Otamendi on a transfer, Danilo on a transfer, Pogba on a transfer, Verratti on a transfer, Aguero and Icardi, the Argentinian Armada, coming in as a double transfer, not from the same club, but you know what I mean. But we'll end off with the squad that you could play. This is the fun bit. Doing it with Bayern Munich, this is the really fun bit. They'll probably play something like this. They could switch it to maybe have something like this, but I think maybe something like this or further back. I believe it could be maybe even something like that and have them either side like that. I'm going to keep it like that. Goalkeeper, let's be serious really. Right back, as much as Danilo can do a job, I think he's very, he can play very many, play a lot of positions. I believe this game doesn't really show it. Well, you can play anywhere, no. Right, given it anywhere down the right, he'll be able to play that. Anywhere in the centre, up until about CAM, maybe a push. He used to be a central midfielder, I would like to add in, but I believe at the moment it could be Carvajal. Left back has definitely got to be Marcelo for me. 2 centre backs, I believe Pepe and Varane. If you know, if the Ramos does go, I believe Varane has deserved his chance. Into the first team. Now the problem with this is you no one to fall back there. I'm going to put Kroos there for now, and you've got Pogba to stick there. One winger of Bale, and then you can have maybe James Rodriguez in there with Ronaldo the other side, and then, well, there's only one choice of Sergio Aguero up front. That is the team they could be putting out. That is a team to strike fear into anyone you play against. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this hasn't dragged out too long. I tried to shorten it down. Then again, I can talk a lot, and I haven't timed it again, so I don't know how long I'm talking. But thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to leave a like, let me know in the comments down below, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy. And I'll catch you all in the next episode, where I believe we'll be doing Bayern Munich. Peace.